Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. The Commodores will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Fresno State's offense takes the field. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got it. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On second down, wants to throw. He'll let it go down the right side. And he's got it at the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And that is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Trying play action.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 7 yards.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The give to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute on it.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to move it through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but two, you've got the intended target double covered. There is no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
Makes his connection.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Touch pass on the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in the league if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need one more. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Now the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Commodores in the hurry-up. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
1st down, Commodores.
That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. 1st down to start the drive after the break. The give. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
1st down, Commodores.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Running with power. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And the Commodores will keep this drive going.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Motion from the offense. Now he's looking to throw it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got his man quickly. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Safe completion on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Fresno State will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch here. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor.
And more yards after contact. Off he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Commodores want to crank the tempo.
1st down, Commodores.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the kicker here. And they'll kick it from the left side. A 44-yard try. Field goal is good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
10. Fresno State, 7.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this 1st down.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Bulldogs are on the move. To the ground. He's got it again. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. They'll leave it with him.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Unloads to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And I love the pass rush here by the defense. 2 straight plays with their backs against the wall. Does not get better than that.
Third and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A little screen to the running back. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It is perfect. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. He'll bring it out. It's Booker. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to...
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. Leaves it with the running back. Runs through the tackle. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Finds a crease at the 20. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Right down the middle. Got his man. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They're bringing heat. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Booker. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the 45. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Working the middle, it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football and just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. On 4th down, looking to pass. He caught it! Touchdown Bulldogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Fresno State, 17. Vanderbilt, 10.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Booker. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
the last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Yeah, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Perkins. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Off play action. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown Doors.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play. Side, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The play action fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. The Commodores decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now,
picked off. Takes it the other way. The 30. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the play on the interception, and, man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it's...
Can anyone catch him? And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Started this drive with a bang, but now it is 3rd down. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, going up top. Slings it downfield. Got his man on the right. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver shows motion. Wide receiver's going to get a...
The receiver.
Knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and the number one thing you want to do with a jet sweep is make that thing bounce, right? Don't let it get outside right now. Make that thing go east-west, not north-south. Great job by the defense being ready for that jet sweep.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He caught it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They move on top here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, nothing like turkey and stuffing and the Egg Bowl on your Thanksgiving holiday. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. But they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. Fast motion from the offense. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. And the Commodores will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Return team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. The give to the tailback. At the 45, on his way. And he's running in the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the easy completion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. Looking down the middle. And wings it incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
At the 22-yard line, brings up 2nd down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They give it to him again. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.